We are continuing our work with proportions, and on this link they have them set up for us. We just need to solve them. So we just cross multiply, divide. So we have 28 times 39. We'll multiply those two together, and then we will divide by 26. Okay? So we'll do 39 times 28, which is 1,092. And you can use a calculator to multiply these together too, that's fine. We're not learning how to multiply here, we're learning how to solve the proportions, so we can use our calculators to save us a little bit of time. And then we divide 1,092 by 26, the only number we haven't used yet. So we multiplied those two, and then we divide by 26, and that gives us 42. So our answer is 42, and that's correct. All right, next one, same thing. We will cross multiply and then divide by the third number. So we do 42 times 34, multiply those together, is 1,428, and then we divide that by 51. 28. All right, cross multiply again and then divide. 12 times 12 is 144. And then we're going to divide by that third number, 9. 144 divided by 9 is 16. So our answer is 16. Good. Okay, now we need to write the proportions from the story problem. So we have to set them up. Again, set up our proportions with labels and solve them. So Leah took a total of 35 quizzes over the course of 7 weeks. How many weeks of school will Leah have to attend this quarter before she will have taken a total of 40 quizzes? Assume the relationship is directly proportional. Right? Set up our proportion. It says how many weeks of school will Leah have to attend this quarter before she will have taken a total of 40 quizzes. Okay, in the question, they always tell us what our labels are. So in the question, they're talking about weeks and they're talking about quizzes. And it also shows us right here. The labels a lot of times are also right behind the numbers. So we have quizzes and we have weeks. So 35 quizzes in 7 weeks. How many weeks will it be before she gets to 40 quizzes? Okay, that's our proportion. Then we cross multiply, divide. Multiply those two. 7 times 40 is 280. And then we divide by 35. 280 divided by 35 is 8. So how many weeks will it take? It will take 8 weeks. Good. All right, Laverne prepared 32 kilograms of dough after working 8 hours. So again, there's our labels. How many hours did Laverne work if she prepared 48 kilograms of dough? Set up a proportion again. Labels are kilograms and hours. We have 32 kilograms in 8 hours. How many hours will she work if she prepared 48 kilograms? 48 goes on top because it's kilograms, and that's where the kilogram label is. And then on the bottom we have our question mark to figure out how many hours that is. Cross multiply and then divide. So 48 times 8 would be 384. And then we're going to divide that by 32. And we get 12. So it's going to take 12 hours to prepare 48 kilograms. All right. One more. Carl jarred 6 liters of jam after 3 days. Okay, we can see our labels once again. How much jam did Carl jar if he spent 10 days making jam? Set up our proportion, our labels, our liters and days. 6 liters in 3 days. And it says how much jam, so how many liters of jam if he spent 10 days. Cross multiply, divide. 10 times 6 is 60. Divide by 3 is 20. So it'll be 20 liters. All right, on this link we need to find the unit rate and then plug it in to get the equation for a directly proportional relationship. All right, so we need to look at our chart and find the unit rate. If we can't find it on the chart, we need to do some simplifying until we get the unit rate. The unit rate is always the number that is with 1. So right here, we can see the unit rate is 19 because it's with the number 1. We're always comparing to one amount or one item when we have the unit rate. So in our equation, we plug in 19 because that's our unit rate. Y equals 19x is our equation. Okay, now on this one, they didn't give us the unit rate. So we have to do some simplifying and reducing to find it. So we have 15 and 45. We can think of that like a fraction and reduce it. And we could choose any one of these pairs, but I just choose the first one. Okay, so 15 and 45, we need to find the greatest common factor. Okay, and actually 15 goes into 45 3 times. So we can do 15 divided by 15, which is 1, and 45 divided by 15, which is 3, and now we've reduced that and we have our unit rate. Our unit rate is going to be 3 because that's the number with the 1. So into the equation we put 3 and we have the right equation. All right, on this one we don't have the unit rate in the chart, so we have to reduce. I could pick any one of these 4 ratios, but I'll just start with this first one because it's the smallest numbers. Make it into a fraction, reduce that fraction. The greatest common factor, the biggest number that goes into 6 and 36 is 6. So I'm going to divide out that greatest common factor. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 36 divided by 6 is 6. So our unit rate is 6. Plug in 6 into our equation, y equals 6x. All right, we need to figure out which one of these proportions is a proportion that's set up correctly and that will work to solve the problem. So to do this, we're going to set up our proportions like we've been doing all along, and then we're going to figure out which one of these matches what we have. Okay? So I'm going to write out my proportion with labels. We have 4 markers and we have money. So our labels are money and markers. So it's 4 markers for $7.04. It says, what is the cost? So the question mark goes with the cost for 7 markers. Okay? Now there's many ways to set up proportions. We want to use a proportion that cross multiplies the same numbers that we have being cross multiplied. So notice we have 704 and 7. Those are at a diagonal to each other. So whichever proportion has 7 and 704 diagonal from each other will also work. Okay, so as I look, I see actually the first one has what we're looking for. 7 and 704 that are being cross multiplied. They're at a diagonal from each other. So when we cross multiply and divide in our proportion and this one, it'd give us the same answer. Okay, if you look at the rest, this has 7 and 4, this has 7 and 4, this has 4 and 704, and that's none of the above. So the first one is the only one that matches. what we're looking for. Okay, again, we have to set up our proportion. We have erasers and we have money. So we'll do E for erasers, $ for money. 6 erasers is $6.60. What is the cost? Question mark with the money because we're looking for the cost of 3 erasers. So we're looking for a proportion that has 3 and $6.60 on the diagonal. Okay, this one has 3 and 6. This one has 6 and $6.60. This one has 3 and 6. This one has 3 and $6.60. Matches what we need. So it's got to be that one right there. This proportion and our proportion will get the same answer. So even though it's set up differently, it'll still give us the same answer. All right, we have 3 folders for $2.91. So we have F for folders. We have money sign. So 3 folders is $2.91. How much will it cost for 2 folders? So I don't want the question mark up there. I want the question mark with the money, because what is the cost for 2 folders? Okay, then I look at what numbers I'm cross multiplying. It's 2 and $2.91. So here, they're cross multiplying 2 and 3. That doesn't work. Here they have 2 and $2.91, which is what we're looking for. Here is 2 and 3. Here is 2 and 3. Okay? So the only one that fits is that second one. Good. And on this last link, we're just solving the proportions again. Cross multiply and divide. So 3 times 12 is 36. 36 divided by 8 is going to be not an even number, 4.5. We get 4.5. That's correct. All right, again, cross multiply, divide. 9 times 12 be 90, 108. 108 divided by 8. Let's see, it's going to be 1. We'll do it longhand this time. Be 3, 24. So it'll be 13.5. Good. We're just doing cross multiply and divide like we've done a lot already. So 9 times 3 is 27 divided by 10. When you divide by 10, you just move the decimal over and it turns out to be 2.7. And that's it. Have fun practicing.
Hi! Hi! Solve proportions. Solve for you in the proportion. Bye. No, you can't be in it. Okay, so this is how you do it. 16, no, stop it. 16 times 15 divided by 20 equals u. So, first we do 16 times 15 times 15 equals 240. Then we divide that by 20. Divided 20. That equals 12. So u equals 12.
Yep.
Did it work? Yeah. Oh. We got it right! Oh gosh. Yay for me! Yay for me!
What did you do?
Everything. I did the answer, so that means that it's me.
Okay.
Who's here? You better put that in the video.
What?
I've been waiting for you.
Hi, Isaac.
Dad,
Bye.